Saying that they are aware that we want to cause mayhem.
But it's a corruption match. Why do they think Uganda is paying them, in that match?
That our program was not like we are joining with them. Our program was like we have a separate.
No. There was a call to that effect. And we responded to that call. What's wrong with it?
So what? Was begins never goes to the state. From what I was told, that was begins.
We start here and go to the state. We shall not go to Colony.
Okay.
We shall talk to whoever will be there. The constitution. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are so grateful that you have been able to come despite the rain, and that you kept time. Thank you very much. I've just returned from leave. As you might be aware, I'm the Minister of Information in the People's Government. It would have been me to organize most of the press conferences we have been having, but I took a sick leave, and I'm happy now to report that I'm feeling much better, and I expect to be here more often. But I'm very grateful that the President and the members of the Cabinet have been carrying on these press conferences without me, and we are also very grateful that you continue to give us space and time in your media houses. This morning, the press conference shall be addressed by the President, and I want to request him to address us, me and you. I will not even preempt his speech by introducing the subject we are going to tackle. Excellency, I think it's now the right time for you to address these members of the press.
Yeah, thank you very much for that introductory remark. A very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I also add my voice in thanking you for making it here in spite of the bad weather that, as we know, makes movement in Kampala almost impossible once it's raining. So you're most welcome. This is going to be a very brief statement as commanded by the minister in charge of these affairs. And it's dealing with only one subject, which is the subject of the next general elections. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you all know, the political struggles in this country all rotate about the right to have a voice in the country. That's where all our struggles, right from before independence, is about the struggle to have a voice, for every citizen of this country to have an equal voice in what happens in this country. That is the whole struggle we are engaged in. We have had wars, we have had all kinds of trouble looking for an equal voice. Sometimes I get amused when I see some people saying that we in the people's government are not interested in elections, that we are not looking forward to an election. That is the reason we exist. We exist to fight and have an equal voice in this country and exercise that voice. The fact that in this country no leader has ever vacated office peacefully talks to the absence of that voice. It's only the voice of guns that determine leadership. We congratulate ourselves first that there is going to be an election in 2021. As you all know, the intention and decision of the NRM junta was to have the election in 2023. It was the struggle of Tojikwatako which maintained that the election must be in 2021. So even having an election in 2021 is a result of a successful struggle. Otherwise, there would have been no election in 2021. So we are happy that struggle led to that success. Anybody who will be looking forward to have an election in 2021 is thanks to a very intense struggle that ensured that an election in 2021 should happen. But the election we fight for is not just any election. We fight for a free and fair election where our voice counts, where all of us have an equal voice. That's the election we fight for, not any election. Indeed, as I have said, all the elections hitherto have not been free or fair. So our struggle is a struggle for free and fair elections. And we have indeed been saying that what is being organized by the Electoral Commission is not a free and fair election. First of all, as you know, that Electoral Commission itself arises out of an appointment that is colored with lack of legitimacy, the appointment of the Electoral Commission. Because it happened after the 2016 elections, in which we have contended with evidence that Mr. Museveni was not elected. He's an imposter in office. It's the reason I still have a treason case on my head. That treason case is because I declared myself a winner in that election. And I have always contended that I have incontrovertible evidence that I won. The reason that case has not been heard is because they don't want to hear the evidence of our winning. So Mr. Museveni appointed a new electoral commission when he was illegitimately in office. But that electoral commission itself, as we talk now, as it proceeds to organize an election, should itself not be there for even other more grave reasons. The chair of the Electoral Commission, Mr. Byabakama, or Justice Byabakama, as he prefers to call himself. There are documents here, as you will see in the papers you'll get, where Byabakama titles himself as Justice Byabakama. Whereas the law in other words, he holds office illegally, is illegal. Mr. Wakojo, who was first appointed as his also Commission Act as amended, secretary to the commission serves a second and Mr. Wakojo, 14, hold the same media, charged with what is supposed to be organized as free and fair elections. As you know, the laws, regulations, and the entire legal framework under which elections are organized has been a subject of intense contention in this country. And for obvious reasons, the fact that I have told you, we have never had free and fair elections. The courts of law have indeed condemned our elections as not being free or fair. Following the last election of 2016, the Supreme Court of Uganda indeed demanded that there have to be some reforms, specific types of reforms ahead of the next election, and even gave a time frame when those reforms should be in place. We are now already in the process of the 2021 elections, as you all know. The roadmap was read out a long time ago and is rolling. Those reforms, as ordered by the court, have not happened up to now. The reforms, as determined by the various stakeholders in this country, including the Electoral Commission itself, including the government itself, including the political parties under various auspices, including private members of parliament with their bills. All those reforms have not happened, even as the election is going ahead. So the election continues even as Parliament still considers that they are going to amend the laws under which the elections are being conducted. That is total absurdity that we are talking about. Some people like to use the word katemba. I think the katemba should be that one. So we have an EC calendar that is in total disregard of the legal processes to determine the next election. This Electoral Commission, unsurprisingly, has gone ahead to undertake processes that without doubt mean unfairness of the election in themselves, or even illegality in themselves, how the Electoral Commission is managing the process. You saw some time back that the Electoral Commission had solicited the LC1s, the assistance of the duty, they enrolled the LC1s to become officials managing critical parts of this process, including establishing voters' roll some time back. They were all paid for that duty. Now, LC1s are clearly partisan. They are either FDC or NRM. Of course, you know that the NRM declared that they had won, I think, 99 or something percent of the LC1s. Those are the LC1s now managing critical processes of the election, including establishing roles that will be used for the election. They have been establishing roles, I think, for persons with disabilities, for I don't know what, a number of roles. A matter that, without doubt, inherently and fatally affects the fairness of the process of the election. We have seen the Electoral Commission limit citizens that would be otherwise eligible to vote in how they can be registered to vote. The Constitution of Uganda is very clear. It imposes a duty on every citizen who becomes 18 years of age. It's not a choice, it's a duty, it's an obligation. You have to, once you are 18, you have to go and register to vote. That is Article 18, Article 59 of the Constitution. There is a duty for everybody who turns 18 to register and to vote. to register. Voting is a choice. You can choose to vote, but you must register
For voting.
to vote. Now, the Electoral Commission here, voters have only 12 days to register for 2021 elections. They have only 12 days. And they were given 21 days in which they can register to be voters in the next election. Now, the law is very clear. It requires that the Electoral Commission registers whoever becomes 18 on an ongoing basis. It is, so if you become 18 on any day, you should walk to the Electoral Commission and be registered. Not that there is a window of 21 days in which you can become a voter. No. That is very, very clear in the Constitution. What the Electoral Commission should be doing, which obviously it has chosen not to do, is on a continuing basis to educate Ugandans about their duty. That every day they should go and register. That's what they should be doing. It's a duty imposed by Article 61 of the Constitution. They are required to inform Ugandans about all this continuously. And Ugandans have a right to register to vote at all times. So what this means is that they'll never vote in the next elections. That's what this means. Yet, yet on the 20th, when does the time end? On the 11th of December, it will be more than a year before they can cast a critical vote that they are registering to do. So people who are for a whole year cannot register would have been disenfranchised. People who become 18 on the 13th day and continue becoming 18 for more than a year will be disenfranchised. Now, quite obviously, we are not saying that there shouldn't be a time when the voters register should be cut off and displayed to be used for election. It should be there. But it has to be as close to the election as possible. What the Electoral Commission has done is to create, they say that elections begin in April. Why should you have a general elections lasting a whole year? Ridiculous. All those elections could even be held on one day, as we have seen other countries do. There's no reason why they should spread them for a year and use that as an excuse to disenfranchise Ugandans. It's ridiculous. So, this is illegal and cannot be allowed to continue unchallenged. Now, for these illegalities, we are not just going to continue lamenting. As of today, a case has been filed in court. And there are 14 applicants versus 1, the Electoral Commission, 2, Mr. Byabakama Mugenyi Simon, who now goes as its chairperson of the commission, and 3, Mr. Wakojo Sam. And the main thrust of this case, of this suit, is to demand that those who are holding those offices illegally leave them, and that whatever they have done while holding those offices illegally is nullified. Secondly, that this illegal limitation of Ugandans to register and to vote must be scrapped, and Ugandans should continue to enjoy their right to register and to become voters. But you know, even that whole exercise of registration, I'm sure you see the kind of drama that is in it. First, they said that you will need to positively identify yourself as a voter with a national identity card. Now, they have said here, voters to register without IDs. That's now what they are. These are today's papers, and those were yesterday's pronouncements. When the exercise of these 21 days was launched, they had said they would need IDs. In the middle, this has changed. They now don't need. They say if your parents or some people in the village can say that you are a villager, you are a member of that village, and that you are 18, you can be registered. And you know what that means. So this is quite clearly, you know, a comprehensive kind of mismanagement of the electoral process. We have seen I think you saw in yesterday's papers, an announcement creating constituencies. 20 new constituencies have been now launched, not by the Electoral Commission, but by a letter of the Minister of Local Government, the Honorable Butime. He has launched 20 new constituencies on the 14th of November, even as all this is going on. So, you know, I hope our people, the people of Uganda, take note of the deliberate, persistent manipulation of our electoral system to deny us an equal voice as citizens. So, although we are desirous to vote, to go to an election and to vote, we should not be taken for a ride again. This is why these machinations are not going to stop, are not going to be stopped by simply one action, like going to court. Yes, we shall go to court. But not one action will stop this. It's a struggle, and that's why we always say that this is an intense struggle. It's a war. We have to fight to regain our power as citizens. It's a war. And we must prepare ourselves to fight it. That's why we say the main remedy in all this rests in Article 3 of the Constitution. Article 3, which imposes a duty on citizens to fight, to restore their power. That's what we must do. We must fight to restore our power. Not just march to an election to pass through what we have passed through again. We must fight before to ensure that that election is us again. No, the fight has to be now. And that's why we have been saying indeed that the year of action is 2019. Of course, those who always vulgarize what we are trying to do say at the close of 2019 the fight ends. No. We have to fight and fight on until we regain our power to an equal voice. We have to. There are no shortcuts. So this is an urgent case. The main complainant is the Deputy President here, and Lord Mayor, who has sworn an affidavit in support of this application. The applicants include the Honorable Amriato Boy, Patrick Amriato Boy, who is the President of Forum for Democratic Change, seated here. It includes the Honorable Salamu Proscovia Musumba. It includes the Honorable Betty Namboze Bachireke. It includes the Honorable Michael Kabaziguruka. It includes the Honorable Jack Chrissy Sabiti. It includes the Honorable Wafula Ogutu. It includes the Honorable Honorable Albert Charles Okello Odman, who is the Speaker of the National Assembly of the People's Government. It includes the Honorable Councillor Doreen Nyanjula, the Honorable Lord Councillor Kennedy Okello. It includes Ms. Ingrid Torinawe, an applicant, Dr. George Okello Ekwaru, applicant Dr. Dominic Wakabi, and applicant Ms. Sise Nabatans. But clearly these applicants are on behalf of all Ugandans. This is a public interest case. It's not a case of the applicants. It's a case of the people of Uganda who seek electoral justice. And as I have said, this is just one of the actions, but all the other actions are in line with reclaiming our voice. The petition to the International Criminal Court is part of this, because these are the criminals that are continuously rolled out. So, ladies and gentlemen, the battle is on, and we are not turning back or easing our movement forward. I will not be, and I am not the most qualified to ask my colleagues, the Honorable Nambos, and I believe Omolodi, who is the main applicant and a legal guru, may have something to add, and then she will give the Uganda summary of what we have said, and that is what we intend to communicate this morning. Thank you very much.
Well, basically, as we are told, we don't have enough time here. I'll just...
Or you come here, it will be easier. Just shift to this side. Come this way.
Now, I'll be very brief. A lot has been canvassed by the People's President. Mine is to emphasize the point of law on the three issues. One, the issue regarding the chairman. That is Justice Byabakama. You look at this notice they issued in the Gazette. Clearly indicates that he's still a serving judicial officer. He signed this press release on the 21st day of this month, and indicates he's still a justice of the Court of Appeal. And we have evidence also to that effect, that he has not resigned. And the position of the law, for emphasis sake, Article 60, Clause 5, reads as follows. A person holding any of the following offices shall relinquish his or her position in that office on appointment as a member of the Electoral Commission. That includes the chairman. Number one, a member of parliament. If you are appointed a member of the commission, you have to relinquish your position or your seat. A member of local government council, a member of the executive of a political party or organization, or a public officer. And this is the category where Justice Byabakama falls. A public officer within the meaning of Article 257, that is the definition provision of the Constitution. Being a justice of the Court of Appeal, he still serves as a judicial officer. That makes it illegal for him to serve as chairperson, Electoral Commission, in as long as he remains a justice of the Constitutional Court, as provided for under this law. Fast forward again, in regards to the Secretary of the Electoral Commission, Section 5 of the Electoral Commissions Act, Section 5 of the Electoral Commission Act, subsection 3A, reads as follows. The Secretary shall, subject to Section 9, perform such the Secretary of the Electoral Commission shall hold the office for a term of 5 years, renewable once. Renewable once. The operative word here is renewable once. That is the operative phrase. So, to give you a chronology of this, he was first appointed in 2001. The contract was renewed on 23rd of September 2009. That was the first renewal. And then in 2010, an amendment was brought to the Electoral Commissions Act to create term limits. And this is when they inserted this particular clause or provision within the Electoral Commissions Act, after they had just renewed his contract for 5 years, which period lapsed on 23rd of September 2014, and then it was renewed again to 23rd September 2019. So, by operation of this law, his contract cannot be renewed. So we are seeking for prerogative orders of court. One, to declare that Justice Byabakama is holding the position of the chairman Electoral Commission illegally, having failed or refused to relinquish his position as a justice of the Constitutional Appeal, or rather, as a justice of the Constitutional Court. We are seeking for those orders, prerogative orders of court, for court to declare that Justice Byabakama is holding the office of chairperson Electoral Commission illegally, having failed or flagrantly refused to relinquish his position as a justice of the Court of Appeal. Two, that he should vacate office. We are also seeking for orders that Mr. Wakojo is holding the office of Secretary to Electoral Commission illegally, his contract having expired, and we also want court to declare that it cannot be renewed because it has already been renewed several times. We're also seeking for orders to compel him to vacate office. Then, lastly, in regard to the voters register, you are told by the president that it's mandatory. I want to read to the public the provisions of Article 59 of the Constitution, which states that every citizen of Uganda of 18 years of age or above has a right to vote. That is as far as voting is concerned. Two, it is the duty of every citizen of Uganda of 18 years of age or above to register as a voter for public elections and referendum. It is a duty of every citizen of Uganda who is 18 years and above to register. That is the wording of the Constitution. So it's a constitutional command. And that the state shall take all necessary steps to ensure that all citizens qualified to vote register and exercise their right to vote. That is also the obligation on the part of the state. The obligation on the part of the citizen is to apply and register. The obligation on the part of the state is to facilitate the process for people to register. The same law is replicated in Section 19 of the Electoral Commissions Act. In Section 19 of the Electoral Commission Act, which states that a person who is a citizen of Uganda and is 18 years of age or above shall apply to be registered as a voter in a parish or ward where the person originates from or resides. Again, underline the word shall apply to register. Every person, every citizen of Uganda who is 18 years and above shall apply. Underline the word shall apply to register. It's a mandatory requirement that you must apply to be registered as a voter. Finally, the National Voters Register in Section 18. The National Voters Register or Voters Roll, this is what the law says. The Commission shall compile, maintain, and update on a continuing basis a National Voters Register, in this act referred to as the Voters Register, which shall include the names of all persons entitled to vote in a national or local government election. The Electoral Commission is mandated and required to register Ugandans who are eligible to vote on a continuous basis, on a continuing basis. There must be no cutoff like they have indicated here, save for the period when they are about to display the register and we are entering into the election. Current. But right now, the date they have set is ridiculous, is unreasonable, is irrational, and therefore illegal. So they have no powers under the law to set that deadline, which is going to disenfranchise many people. You can imagine, after 11th of December, there are going to be Ugandans who will be clocking 18 years, right from 12th. So what are you going to do about them? You deny them the right to register, yet the Constitution commands them to have themselves registered. The Constitution and the electoral laws dictate and command that they must apply and get registered. And the Electoral Commission is also directed to conduct the exercise on a continuous basis. I want to emphasize this particular point as I conclude, that this mass registration exercise is not provided for under the law. You must get it clear. This mass registration exercise of 21 days is not provided for anywhere in the law. What is provided for is in section 25, display of the voters register, where they're saying before any general election is held, the commission shall, by notice in the Gazette, appoint a period of not less than 21 days, during which a copy of the voters' roll for each parish or ward shall be displayed for public scrutiny. What they are required to do within 21 days is to display the voters' register for public, for not actually a minimum. They are required to display a voters' register within a period of not less than 21 days, just to display the voters' register before the general election, but not to conduct a mass registration exercise. And they have indicated in their calendar that that display will be there in February. So what is the reason and rationale for them to create a cut-off date for registration, yet the law commands them to continue until the display exercise? So we are saying, and we contend, and this is one of the reasons we have taken to court, that it is abuse of office for the Electoral Commission to spend 32 billion on an illegal exercise. Because they have indicated this period, this exercise is going to cost 32 billion Uganda shillings. Yet it is their statutory mandate, and they are already facilitated to do that. Under the same law, the registrars, the district registrars, under section 21, together with the parish supervisors, they are required to do this work, and they are paid salaries, they are paid monthly, they are paid emoluments. So it is within their ordinary work, within their routine duties to register people, to register Ugandans. So this extra amount of 32 billion is being spent illegally, and it's one of the matters we are challenging in the courts of law, to say they are spending this money illegally on an exercise which is not provided for under the law, because they are required to continuously register Ugandans as they appear and apply, or as they clock 18 years of age. So basically, that is the summary of the case. You will get copies here. We have processed enough copies of the case. It is case number 431 of this year, which has been filed today. We are working around the clock to ensure that it is fixed for hearing as soon as practicable, so that this matter is disposed of and that the commission is compelled to comply with the law. We thank you. I'll stop there then.
Omukulu ono president watabaawo yabeera president, njagala n'Oluganda lwogere. Nze ndi minisita wano, mukama wange tajja kubeera wano. Yes.
Before we ask, I thought we would ask, then you answer in Uganda.
That will take a lot of time.
It will take a lot of time, we are going.
Okay, you ask the question. We shall take only two. And
you.
about this topic.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Tembo Kahungu from the Daily Monitor. My question is, one, you not told us the court where the case has been filed, and then we have seen a record of court dragging on cases for a long time. And this is a case you filed in public interest. In the event that the court does not make a decision as soon as you expect, what would be the next course of action? And in the event that the court decides otherwise, is the people's government or the party, the opposition going to participate in the 2021 elections under the electoral commission that is being mentioned?
Well, a quick answer to that. One, the case is in the High Court of Uganda, the Civil Division. That's where it has been filed. It is there in the Civil Registry. We are yet to be advised the judge who is going to handle it after it has been allocated. Secondly, whether, I mean, if in case it's not disposed of within the time frame we expect to be handled, what happens? I think it has been succinctly explained by the president. This is not the only one action we are taking. We have got a multiplicity of actions we are undertaking within the campaign of 21 ECO under Article 3 of the Constitution. So this is not the only action we are within the law. Because if we had not gone to court, the question would be asking, why haven't you gone to court? Yes, we have gone there. Whatever and we must tell you this. It's not that we have blind trust in the judiciary, that this case is going to be disposed of very fast, or it's going to be fairly judged and so on and so forth. We have our own reservations about the judiciary because it's one of the institutions that have been subdued. But we are saying we're exploring all the available options within the law. And this is basically what we are doing right now. Yes, the other thing you are asking whether we are going to participate regardless.
If court rules,
If court,
otherwise.
we have made it very clear, as People's Government, we don't sponsor candidates. This platform, the People's Government, which is addressing you here, does not sponsor candidates.
I added on the word opposition.
We can't speak for the entire opposition right now. You get it? So we cannot do that. So for us, we are fighting for electoral democracy. We want to have free and fair elections where all eligible Ugandans will have to fully participate and showcase their potentials. I think that answers you.
Finally.
Yes, my name is Didan Kimathi. Chief Report is the media house I work for. Briefly, the EC indicated in that 21st release that the number of voters is at 16 million, 16.4 to be certain. So there has been this school of thought amongst Ugandans. There has been this school of thought amongst Ugandans that, well, you can let them to do, play around their games and do all that, but it shall boil down to, on how you mobilize for the 16 million voters. Would you buy that argument that if the political behavior of the power of the people in this government and arms doesn't change, it's tenable to buy into that we can, go for the, competing for these 16 million voters is what makes the difference?
The question is not clear.
Well, what I'm saying is, 16 million voters is what EC is saying are the voters at the moment.
Before they started
This whole thing comes up of registering and what. And there is a school of thought amongst Ugandans that, well, you can let them play all the games because they won't play the games. But then, for us, we are fixed on the number of voters at hand, what they are saying that is 16. Do you think that argument is tenable, or still we must pursue these options as well as look at that number as well?
You see, again, I have not captured the issue very well.
Well, the question is here. Let me summarize it. We have 16 million voters.
Yes.
The register is going on. Of course, it's going to
The registration is ongoing.
Yes, it's going to come with some numbers. And there are those who are saying, well, these guys, of course, are going to come up with machinations. You go to court, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, we can leave them to play or they come up with machinations, but we focus on the voters at hand, what they say they have, and what may come, and mobilize those to, push for victory.
No, but even the figure of 16 is going to change because now they have launched a mass registration exercise. So you don't know how many they are going to come up with between the time they announced the campaign and they reach the deadline. For us, we are struggling to have a clean register. There must be a clean register. There must be a credible exercise. This is what we are fighting for. So we are saying we cannot wait for a post-mortem after 2021 and say what omwami. No, we are saying we must exert pressure now. Because you can't even be certain that those 16 are all eligible voters. There could be ghosty voters there. And then you create a situation which makes it difficult for the legitimate voters, for eligible voters to come and register. Yet the register is bloated with ghosty voters. So these are the devices, these are the ills we are fighting, the malpractices we are fighting. We are saying we must fight now. And that's the whole point. And that's one of our obligations under Article 3.
Thank you. Kati kamukulu katuwa Uganda ku speed. Tubatena mu mugendi naffe abakulu bano buli omwali na assignment walaga. Nenga era tuli basanyufu nnyo kubanga muli wano.
Twagala bategeeza nti fenga people's government olutalo lwa kulwana kulaba nti waliwo okulonda okw'amazima n'obwenkanya ebibiina byonna ebiri mu ggwanga n'abantu kinnoomu nga ba independence mwe baneetaba nga tewali kubbibwa na kunyigirizibwa lwe lutalo lwe tuliko era olutalo olwo lulimu emitendera mingi oba amakubo mangi agakwatiddwa wansi w'amateeka ddala article eyokusatu oba ennyingo eyokusatu eya ssemateeka. Olwaleero mu Electoral Commission mulaba yafulumizza ekiwandiiko ng'egamba nti etandise gye bayita registration ey'abantu abawezezza emyaka 18 n'abalala era ng'ekubagana n'empawa ku bintu byayo bingi byebadde ejjeekola. Ffe tugamba era gwe mulimu gwe tuliko nti Electoral Commission byeteekateeka birimu kaceca mungi bwe tuteekeddwa okugogola nga tutandikira na ku commission yennyini kuba gwe mulimu gwaffe era nga situnnaba genda eyo njagala kutegeeza bannayuganda nti singa terwali lutalo bannayuganda lwe baateekawo eri gavumenti eno paalamenti yali emaze okuyisa etteeka mu nnongosereza ze baakola ez'amagezi nga baga nti okulonda kujja kubeerawo 2023 nti ekisanja kino bakinaanudde bakyongeddeyo kibe kya myaka 7 lwali lutalo lwa bannayuganda ffenna nga tukwatidde wamu mu kampeyini eyatogikwatako okulaba nga okulonda okwo kukomezebwawo kubeere kwa 2021 gaali maanyi g'abantu era ffenna twakwetabamu ne tuteekayo buli kimu paka nagenda mu kooti etaputa ssemateeka ne mu Supreme Court eyasazaamu ebyo nga tuli mu lutalo olwo. So ogwo omulimu gwakolebwa gwakulaba nti bannayuganda baba n'obuyinza okusalawo eggwanga lyabwe lifugibwa litya era mu nkola y'emu eyo tuli mu lutalo olugamba nti komishoni bwe tutagirwanyisa ku bigenda mu maaso kati olesedda kisookera ddala nga kitandikira nakuko akakiiko engeri gye kamenya amateeka mu kubeerawo kwako. Justice Byabakama aliwo mu mateeka bweru w'amateeka. Justice Byabakama akulembera akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kati nga munnamateeka mutendeke mulamuzi ali ku ddaala erya kooti etaputa ssemateeka naye akimanyi nti aliwo bweru w'amateeka era okubeerawo Electoral Commission oba memba oteekeddwa okulizayininga omulimu omulala gwonna nga tonnaba oteekeddwa okulekulira nga tonnaba kutwala buvunaanyizibwa obukuweereddwa mu Electoral Commission n'okutuusa olwaleero okuva Justice Byabakama lwe yalondebwa ng'ennaku z'omwezi 18 omwezi ogw'e11 omwaka 2016 n'okutuusa olwaleero talekuliranga akyaliwo ayina offices 2 ekyo kimenya mateeka okuba ne offices 2 nga judge ate nga chairman wa electoral commission. So ekyo kimu. Ekyokubiri ye mwami Lwakojo Sam aliwo naye mu bukyamu nga secretary ate ono ye chief executive oba gwe bayita accounting officer ow'ekitongole ekitegeka okulonda. Accounting officer yavunaanyizibwa ku byensimbi byonna. Chief executive aliwo bweru w'amateeka yalondebwa okusookera mu 21 n'addamu contract ye nezzibwa bujja ng'ennaku z'omwezi 23 omwezi ogw'omwenda omwaka 2009. Mu 2010 Parliament n'ekyusa mu tteeka nega nti no oluddewo nnyo tuteekeko ekkomo ku bisanja ebya secretary kuba ne bammemba ba commission ne chairman nabo balina ekkomo lya myaka 7 era nga nakyo ebisanja biba 2 no mugenda. Kakati ne bateekawo ekkomo ku kifo kya secretary etteeka eryo ffenna twaliyo mu Parliament naliyo nga ndi Shadato ne Jane tugamba wabeerewo ekkomo era etteeka ne tuliyisa nti emyaka 5 nga weyongerayo ekisanja kimu ng'ogenda. Kakati 2009 nga 23 ogw'omwenda na contract ye nesayiningibwa negenda ng'eggwako 2014 omwezi ogw'omwenda ennaku z'omwezi 23 bwe yaggwako era ne bagizza bujja. Kakati mu mwaka guno 2019 mu mwezi gw'omwenda ng'ennaku z'omwezi 23 era nayo neggwako emyaka 5 negiggwako. Kakati omubuuzo oliyo ku ki? Aliyo bwatyo. Eyenkola mugirabye wano bayingana mu police contract yaggwako n'alemerako mu KCC executive director contracting eweddeko nibo mulemezaako nga gyali n'ebirala. Kakati eyenkola fe tugambye kakati ago amateeka wegali tugasayitinze. Ekyokusatu nga kyekisembayo ye voter ye mass registration okwewandiisa okw'ekikungo. Electoral Commission era yamenye mateeka okuteekawo deadline mbu okwewandiisa kukomanga ennaku z'omwezi 11 omwezi ogw'e12 wetwogerera ebulayo ndowooza ennaku kati 12 oba 11 era kyovula abafulumiza wano amawulire nga balaga nti ennaku 12 kati ze zisigaddeyo. Ekyo kimenya mateeka. Amateeka gano ge mulaba agali wano gano mateeka gonna agali wano ga byakulonda gali wano naye nga galaga nti Electoral Commission obuvunaanyizibwa obugiweebwa kuwandiisa bannayuganda bonna mu kaseera wonna we baba bajjidde. Genda otunulire article ey'enkaagamu eya ssemateeka otunulire akawaayiro namba 18 mu Electoral Commissions Act otunulire akawaayiro namba 19 n' 25. Obwo bujja kumala okufuna ekifaananyi nti Electoral Commission bagiwa obuvunaanyizibwa okuggula oluggi ku level eya district registrar buli district yonna okubanga buli munnayuganda waweereza emyaka 18 wajjira oba abadde tannaba kwewandiisa wajjira ne bamuwa forms. Era nga ssemateeka akyogera bulungi mu nnyingo eya 59 n'eyo 19 Electoral Commission Act nti kasita oweza emyaka 18 kikukakatako okwewandiisa. Teeka okulonda right oyinza okulonda oba obutalonda naye okwewandiisa teekawo enkola buli munnayuganda ayagala okwewandiisa wajjira forms zirina okubeerawo. Kibanga olwaleero bw'ogenda okufuna passport tekuliiko komo bw'oyagalira ogifuna wogifunira. Bw'ogenda mu NIRA okufuna national ID woyagalira ogenda okugifuna wewewandiisa woyina ogifunira ne voters card nayo woteekeddwa okugifunira. Olwaleero Electoral Commission yegamba etaddewo deadline ekitegeeza nti okuvanga ennaku z'omwezi 12 omwezi ogw'e12 bw'oba nga owezezza emyaka 18 togenda kwewandiisa ate ng'okulonda kwa 2021. Etteeka ligigamba Electoral Commission mu kawaayiro namba 25 aka Electoral Commission Act nti bajja kuteekawo gye bayita display exercise oba bajja kufunayo ennaku ezitaka wansi wa 21 batimbe enkalala z'abalonzi ab'emulugunya bajje balage nti obono yafa ono yasenguka ono taweza 18 era eteeke endala nnaku 10 okubajjamu abo nga waliwo parish tribunals eziteekeddwawo abalamuzi magistrates. Kakati eyo ye-exercise yokka gye babawa mu mateeka ekwatagana ne voters register ey'ekikungo. Naye tebabagambangako nti mateeka nti bajja kutuula bawe ennaku ez'okwewandiisa nti ze zino zitandika bwe ziti zikoma nti en exercise gye bataddeko deadline eyogerebwako mu kawaayiro kano ne bwe kati akamateeka tekaliiyo era tebajja balimba nti gyekali. Kaka tugamba obuwumbi 32 bwe batadde ku exercise eyo bumenya amateeka nabwo. Ekyo malyansimbi kubanga omulimu gw'okuwandiisa bannayuganda gwakubeerawo etteeka libateekako obuvunaanyizibwa okubanga bagenda nagwo ebbanga lyonna lubeerera. Era gy'emirimu egy'abo abali mu office nga registrar abasupervisor abaani gy'emirimu gye bateekeddwa okukola buli lunaku. Tojja kugamba nti ate obateereddewo exercise engazi ey'ekikungo then muteekeyo n'obuwumbi 32 ezo baziteereddeyo bweru w'amateeka. Ensonga zino zonna zituwaliriza oga nti no katugende mu kkooti ng'erimu ku makubo ag'okulwanyisa ebikolwa eby'okuteekawo okulonda okutali kwa mazima na bwenkanya eby'okubba obululu kubanga kati ekibba bululu bwa 2021 kyatandise dda. Kyeva mulaba tugamba tukirwanyise kati tuleme kulinda kumala kutubba nga bwe guzze gubeera katutandikirewo okulwana era kyetuva tugamba buli omu gy'oli fungiza tulwane buli kyonna ky'osobola. Dine kubo eriyo mu parliament. Electoral Commission nayo negamba daffe tulina ennongosereza zetwagala zikolebwe mateeka g'ebyokulonda nezitwala mu parliament nezibwebwa mu kakiiko akakwata ku nsonga z'amateeka mu parliament. Ne bammemba ba parliament abakulemberwamu Honorable Nwagaba nabo ne bagamba naffe tulina ennongosereza zetwagala mu byokulonda. Kakati parliament eri mu mbeera ya kugamba nti tukwate ku mateeka ki ag'ebyokulonda tukyusa gano tetukyusa gano gakyusibwe gano tegakyusibwa. Ate ne Electoral Commission setting a deadline nti obutasukka nga 11 ffe tuggalawo exercise ey'okulonda ey'okuwandiisa abo bonna abagenda okwo. So kati parliament bw'eneemala okukyusa amateeka ng'ate era tuddayo emabega nga kuggulawo. Kakati ebyo byonna bikulaga nti bali mu nteekateeka za migozo bano kugenda maaso na kubba kalulu. So kyekitutwazizza ensonga ezo mu courts of law era omusango guwabiddwayo olwaleero bammemba ba People's Government nga nze Kamwakoogera namba emu, then tulina Honorable Muriato Boy Patrick, Honorable Salam Musumba Proscovia, Honorable Namboze Betty, Honorable Michael Kabaziguruka, Honorable Sabiti Jack, Honorable Wafro Gut, Honorable Okero Odman, Honorable Councillor Nyanjula Dorin, Honorable Councillor Kennedy Okero, Madam Ingrid Tulinawe, Dr. George Ekwaru, Wakabi Dominic, ne Nabatanzi Sisenga, Deputy Speaker wa People's Assembly. So ngaba wabiddwa Electoral Commission mwami byabakama ne mwami Lwakoojo nga emisango egiwabiddwa gyegyo egy'okumenya amateeka okubeera mu office mbukyamu n'okumenya amateeka agakwatagana ku voters register. Tusuubira omusango guno kooti ejja guwuliriza mangu kubanga gukwata ku nsonga enkulu ey'eggwanga ey'okuba n'okulonda okw'amazima n'obwenkanya ate ne deadline ey'e11 naye n'atera okutuuka. So tugenda kubanga kooti tugiremerako okulaba nga batuwa olunaku olw'okuliirako omusango guno nga 11 tezinnatuuka. Naye tugamba guno si kyekyoka kye tugenda okukola n'ebirala bingi programs zigenda maaso. Nammwe abali eyo tufungize bannayuganda tulwanire wamu tulabe nga okulonda kuba kwa mazima na bwenkanya.
Basabo tujja kuba nina ne meeting Monday. I sent to you a press statement yesterday about our activities on the 4th of December, on Thursday, on Wednesday. I hope you received it. Neyanziza nnyo. But we shall again meet you on Monday to talk about that particular matter.